Restore It Ralph channel. Today, gonna get this thing fueled up, loaded up on the trailer, and take it to test and tune at the drag strip. So this is gonna be the first drag strip run with the new Holley Terminator X system, the new On3perfomance GT45 turbo, and possibly a working two-step if everything goes well. My dad made the 2-hour journey to come to the racetrack with me. I also was meeting a few of my automotive students there for my engines class. It's a fun time and gives me an excuse to go to the track. I have to go. It's for work, I swear. At this point, the AC compressor decided to lock up on the tow rig, so I unplugged that so it wouldn't engage during the trip. I meant to get some in-car footage that night, but I'm a terrible YouTuber and forgot. I have never been teched in the staging lanes and down the track as fast as I had this night. I think the threat of rain had kept people away. The car was cold off the trailer, and I lined up, engaged the two-step, and away we went. .1282 at 112 miles an hour is pretty decent. Terrible 60-foot time as usual. I had bigger problems though at the end of the track. When I turned onto the return road, the car stalled and would not restart. I couldn't really hear very well if the fuel pump was running or not. I messed around with changing fuses out, checking those, swapping relays around, and finally I unhooked the negative battery and reset the PCM, and it did fire back up. Huge shout out to my automotive students that were eager to push me back even though it was a half-mile away. Luckily I got it fired up before they had to. Not sure what the problem was. I haven't been able to get it to do it again, so I'm going to chalk it up to lack of tuning time. By the time I got the car fired up and back in the staging lanes, it was about time to run the car again. One of my students was able to borrow his mom's Hellcat Durango. It was his first time running anything down the drag strip, so that was a pretty sweet first time ride. Between letting off early and some glitches in the performance pages, the truck was running mid to low 13s today. Still fun, fast, and pretty impressive for the first time going down the drag strip. My next run was almost the same as the first one, even though my coolant temperature was about 25 degrees hotter. My converter stalls at about 2100 RPM, so that's where I left the line with the two-step engaged. I was going to try no two-step for the next run. Well, it's sprinkling. This needs to stop. Well, it's looking like time to go home. Street cars have wipers, but you don't like to use them when you're racing. Still got a couple good runs in with the new setup. I need to try out something different on the start, and maybe it's time for a loose converter in this car. As soon as it's loaded up, it stops raining, but that clouds over there are probably going to bring some more. So I'll leave today with a much improved mile an hour and at least a little bit of improvement in the ET. I could have been disappointed with the results, but I really wasn't. The previous best for this car was a 1285 at 107 miles per hour. We ran a 1282, but at 112 miles per hour. That's a huge improvement on the mile an hour and really does show the horsepower improvement. This car has never left the line super hard. It's never run under a 2.0 60 foot. With the Hughes intake manifold, I actually lost some low-end torque as well, so I wasn't necessarily surprised. I was hopeful, but not surprised when I didn't improve the ET. I think the next step is to get a loose torque converter for this car. That way I can get this thing to leave in the RPM range of its new power band. I could throw the 410s back in the rear axle, but I think I'm just going to leave the 391s in it for now because the 410s really didn't seem to help it off the line last time. Please drop your suggestions in the comments. I'd love for this car to be a mid 12-second car. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share the channel and like, comment, and subscribe. Huge shout out to my students Musa and Finn and my dad for shooting the video for the night. Couldn't have made the video without you. Thanks again.